Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24. We stay in Sacramento at Sutter Health Park to face the Chicago Cubs, who have a rookie making his debut today. Matt Shaw, the number 59 prospect in baseball, will be making his debut for the Cubs. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. I cannot express the support that you guys have given me the past few weeks. It has been amazing. But J.P. Sears on the mound for the Athletics. Nico Hoerner, the All-Star, will lead off for the Cubs, and he'll begin the day by grounding out to Jordan Diaz at third. And we'll take a look at this Cubs lineup. Chicago off to a slow start this year, 6-10, but they did win the Central last year, so this is not a team to sleep on. You can see the lineup on your screen. They look to get back on track against the A's, who have lost 7 straight coming into this one. As here's Pete Crow Armstrong with a deep hit into right field. That'll be caught by Rooker. And then Seiya Suzuki will go down swinging. So a nice 1-2-3 inning for Sears, who's had a slow start to his season. And it'll be Javier Assad on the mound for the Cubs. And his last start went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned. So about average of what he's done this year. Zach Geloff, the All-Star from a year ago, back in the starting spot line, or the leadoff hitter today, as Urshela is getting the day off, and he will fly out to right. So we'll take a look at this Athletics lineup. A very bad week for the hitting last week. A little bit of change in the lineup. Some people getting some days off, some guys getting in. We'll see Langoliers in the 2 spot, followed by Noda, Rooker, Soderstrom in the 5, Ruiz in the 6, Brown hitting 7, Logan Davison getting the start at short, and Jordan Diaz making his first appearance of the year at third base. Langoliers up next will walk on 4 straight pitches, so Assad struggling to find the strike zone. And then Ryan Noda, who's been swinging a very good bat to begin the year, hits this one down the left field line. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And Langoliers, who's got some speed, he's going to be waved home, and it's a lead for the Athletics. No throw. It's an RBI double for Noda, who's up to about 350 hitting this year. Brent Rooker up next will rip this one down the third base line, but a bad throw will be an E5. Strump throws that one in the dirt. So now there's 2 on, 1 away for Tyler Soderstrom, who has 3 homers on the year, but only hitting 193 on the season. Good opportunity for him here. 2-2 pitch, and he absolutely crushes one to center. No doubt about that one. Just perfectly timed a slider for a 3-run bomb, and the Athletics lead 4-0. You guys could tell in the last episode I was a little frustrated with the offense. Well, how about the start to today? A's bats come out firing, and they're already up by 4 runs after the home run from Soderstrom, and there's still only 1 out. Ruiz up next, 1-2, breaks his bat, and Assad will make the play himself for the second out. That'll bring up Seth Brown, 1-0, and he's going to hit this one to left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit, so maybe the inning's not over just yet. Another hit for the A's. That'll bring up Logan Davison, who only has 1 hit this season up to this point, and he will pop it up behind third base, and that'll end the first, but it's 4-0 Athletics. We'll go top 3. Here's Matt Shaw. His first at bat as a big leaguer, and it looks like he's going to get his first hit. He goes into the gap up against the wall, and the rookie, number 13 overall pick in 2023 out of Maryland, has his first career base hit. It is a double to lead off the third. Congratulations, young man. So a good spot now for the top of the lineup. Nico Hoerner up next hits this one into center, and it will get down. Ruiz will not get to it. So runners on the corners, nobody out for the Cubs. This is a bad spot. Pitching, when it seems like they give up runs, they give them up in bulk. Well, Pete Crow Armstrong will hit this one to right. That looks like it'll be deep enough to try a tag. Good throw from Rooker, but it's not in time, and the Cubs are on the board off the sac fly from PCA. Next up, Seiya Suzuki, but you can tell the Cubs get thrown out. Sears was ready for a steal, and they throw out Nico Hoerner. Next, later in the at-bat, Seiya Suzuki will ground out, so the Cubs only get 1 here in the third. As we'll go bottom 4 now. Logan Davison leading off for the A's, and he will draw a walk. Nice patient pitch there on a full count. Third walk of the day for the A's will bring up Jordan Diaz. First at-bat this season, he grounded out back in the second. Second at bat, he's going to go down on strike 3. That clips the outside part of the plate. Good pitch by Assad, and that'll actually do it for Assad. They'll take him out of the game right after he strikes out a batter. And they're going to bring in Julio Teheran, a name I did not think I'd see today. Teheran has not played in quite some time. He missed all of last year. He's only played in 15 games in the past 3 seasons. Hasn't been very good this year. The Cubs are going to trust him here. And the first batter he's going to face is Geloff. And on the first pitch, he's going to get 2 outs. Not a bad start for Teheran. He'll stay in the game in the 5th inning where Langoliers will lead off. Full count pitch, and he will go down on strike 3. They'll say he went around. Nice pitch by the former 2-time All-Star. Noda up next. He's going to get another base hit, this time into left field. His second of the day. 1 on now for Rooker, who checks his swing and doesn't go around. So that's a walk. Close call, but now 2 on. Only 1 away for Soderstrom, who went deep in this exact same situation last time. But he's going to have an infield base hit this time. Nice running. Beats out the throws. And it's bases loaded, 1 out for Ruiz. The guy you want at the plate, the most clutch hitter on the team, and he delivers. That's the shot up the middle. It's a 2 RBI single for the Athletics, and it's 6-1. The offense really coming alive this game. Still only 1 out. Seth Brown up next, though. We'll ground this one over to 3rd, and they will go around the horn to end the 5th. We got top 6. JP Sears still on the mound, and Cody Bellinger's going to get 1 back with 2 down. A solo shot to the hill and right. As Cody Bellinger, the 2019 NL MVP, with a solo shot, his second of the season, as he looks absolutely stoned in that picture. Nonetheless, the Cubs will chuck into the lead 6-2, but still 4 in favor of the home team. Going to the bottom of the 6th now, Logan Davison leading off, and he's going to hit this one to left field, and it's going to get down in front of Ian Happ. Another base hit here for the A's. Jordan Diaz up next, and he's also going to get 1 to go down. A back-to-back singles puts runners on the corner from the 8-9 hitters. So we're going to go back to the top of the lineup. Good spot here for Geloff. First pitch, he also wants to join the single parade. Into right field, it's an RBI. 7-2 Athletics. And it looks like that'll do it for Teheran. Mark Leader Jr. will join the game, tasked with stranding the runners on the base pass. His first batter will be Langoliers, and he will get a perfectly hung curveball and slap it into left field. Another RBI here for the A's, as the throw will not be in time. It's 8-2 Athletics. Still nobody down. Ryan Noda, our best hitter, and he will pop this one up. That will be an infield fly. Automatically out number 1. Rooker up next, 0-2, and he goes down. That's a nasty 12-6. When Leader locates it, it is a nasty pitch. So now 2 down for Tyler Soderstrom, and he will get jammed into left field, and this one will be caught. But now a 6-run lead for the Elephants. Zach Jackson will then come in for the 7th inning. 6 strong for Sears, only 2 earned runs, as Jackson looks to keep this a 4-run lead, or a 6-run lead, excuse me. In the first batter he plunks is Michael Busch, so he'll take first. Next up is Sam Huff, who was literally acquired yesterday from the Rangers in exchange for a prospect to be named later. He flies out to right. Chase Strump up next, a hot shot over to Diaz. Great glove, not known for his defensive ability, but we'll take it there. 2 down now, and Matt Shaw strikes out looking. Nice inning by Zach Jackson. Yency Amante will then come in and relief for the Cubs. Remember him from our Mariners franchise. He's tasked with the bottom of the 7th inning, where Ruiz will lead off with an out into right field. Seth Brown up next, 1-2 to him, and he goes down on the inside slider. Nice pitch by Almonte to get the first 2 down. That'll bring up Davison up next, and he will also go down. So the best inning probably pitching for the Chicago Cubs. Joe Barlow will then come in and take the 8th inning. He's got 1 on. He's been a great Rule 5 pickup for the green and gold. 1 on, 1 down for Seiya Suzuki, who flares this one to right. Rooker will get to it, as that's the 2nd out of the inning. Bellinger up next, homered in his last at bat. He'll strike out here, and Barlow gets his job done. As we go bottom 8, where A.J. Milter, the reigning reliever of the year in the National League from the Braves, will come over. It has not been a good follow-up since signing that 2-year, $24.6 million contract, as the lefty has had some struggles, and it's going to continue here. Leadoff single for Jordan Diaz, his 2nd hit of the game. He's hitting .500 now on the season. Geloff up next. He will go down, swing, and there's a nice changeup by Minter. First out of the inning. Langoliers up next, first pitch, and he's going to pop this one into right, cut and foul, but it will be easily caught out there in right by Suzuki for the 2nd out of the inning. Ryan Noda up next, faces a 3-0 count, and he's going to look at ball 4. Minter doesn't want to pitch to him. So that puts 2 on, 2 down for Rooker, who hits lefties well, and it will happen here. A 3-run blast to left, no doubt about that one. That's the 2nd nuke of the ball game for the Athletics, and they put up double-digit runs. 3-run bomb by Rooker. Holy Toledo is right. 443. And it's 11-2 Athletics. If you would ask me going to this game and we put up 11 runs, I would have thought you were crazy the way this offense has been playing, but they've turned it around in this one. Mentor will be pulled. Hector Neris will be tasked with getting the final out of the inning. He'll have to do it against Soderstrom, and he will do just that. Splitter on the outside corner. Strikes some outs, and we'll go top 9 where Craig Kimbrell would come in, the 3-time reliever of the year. He's just trying to get an inning of work. 1 on, 1 down. Sam Huck rounds over to third, and that will end this one. The Athletics with a statement win here in Game 1 of the series. Final score 11-2 off of 13 hits. Everybody in the Athletics lineup today got a base hit. A great performance all around by the offense. Sears pitched well. Even the pitching staff was great. Only 5 hits for the Cubs. And they get to celebrate game number 1 at Sacramento's Sutter Health Park in front of probably about 7,000 people. But hey, a win is a win. Snaps the 7-game losing streak. Rooker is named your player of the game. And we look to potentially continue that momentum into the latter portion of this series. And in Game 2 it would. We win 7-6 in 10 innings. A game-winning hit by Seth Brown scores the run off of Alzolay, an All-Star last year. And we've now taken the first 2 against the Chicago Cubs. It would not be a sweep, though, as they come back and smoke us 10-3 in the third game. Wade Miley, 6 earned in 4 innings pitched. Has not been a good 2 starts for him. And that takes us to the second half of this episode, where we'll travel to Arizona to face the Diamondbacks. And this is not going to be easy because, well, the Diamondbacks, they're currently the best team in baseball with a record of 14-5. All white-hot momentum riding what is a 10-game winning streak. So if we can honestly take 1 from the Diamondbacks, I feel like that would be a victory. Obviously, I hate to lose a series, but let's be realistic here. They're going to have their all-star starting pitcher, Ryan Nelson, on the mound, who's playing a lot like he did last year to begin. 2.84 ERA through his 3 starts. Geloff will lead the way for the Athletics again, and he's going to hit this one to center, but it hangs up just a little bit too much. And we'll take a look at the A's lineup. A lot of the same that we just saw. However, Gio Urshela is back in the lineup at third base. Davidson again getting the start at short. As you can see, the lineup there. Brown still struggling, hitting under 200. And Noda now up to 350 on the young season. Shea Langeliers now 0-1 pitch to him. He's going to ground this one over to third, and Rivera will make the play for the second out of the inning. Here is the white-hot Ryan Noda, who's going to hit a fastball into center, but it hangs just too much, and it'll be caught for out number 3. On the mound for the A's will be Ken Waldichuk, who has not pitched that good this season. 7.62 ERA, and if he's not careful, he might have his spot replaced. Jake McCarthy will lead off for the Diamondbacks, the speedster, who looks at strike 3. Nice down-in fastball by Waldichuk. Geraldo Perdomo up next, 1-0 to him, and he's going to get popped up into shallow center. Somebody might not get to it, but Geloff will. That's 2 down now for the Diamondbacks. We'll take a look at their lineup. Obviously, the big addition is up next. Juan Soto signing the big 6-year, $179.5 million contract to leave the AL to come over to the Snakes. He'll be followed by Carroll, Marte, Gurriel, Walker, Rivera, and Moreno. And here is Juan Soto. He is absolutely destroying the baseball. 18-game, make it 19-game hitting streak. He was hitless in their first game of the season, and he's got a hit in every single game since then. A double down the line. Honestly playing better than his MVP winning season last year. So he's on second for Corbin Carroll, who has not played all that well this year. And he will pop it up into center, and that will end the first inning. We'll go now top 2 with the A's lineup as Rooker goes down on the high heater. Nelson strikes him out. In the 5-spot, Tyler Soderstrom has been swinging a very good bat recently. He gets jammed, but he puts this one into the outfield grass for a base hit. All right. Jam single, we'll take it. He's on first base. Ruiz up next. He's going to lay down a bunt down the third base line, and Rivera can't field it. That's going to be an infield single, so well-placed bunt puts 2 on, 1 out for Gio Urshela. Back in the lineup, and he slaps a single into right field. It's going to get down. Soderstrom will be sent home, and the A's are going to strike first off the RBI single from Urshela. The former Tiger has been a good addition to this lineup. Seth Brown up next, 2-2, and he takes a changeup into deep center, but McCarthy will be underneath it. Ruiz, though, will tag and go to third, and the throw will not be in time. So we got runners on the corners, 2 down for Logan Davidson. Has not been a good season up to this point, but he's going to slap it into left for a base hit. And Davidson gets an RBI here. 2-0 Athletics. Good spot there. Back to the top of the lineup. Geloff up next. First pitch. Single up the middle. It gets through. They're going to send Brown. He's going to head home, and he will be safe. Excuse me, that's Urshela sliding in there. How about 3-0 Athletics? Runners on the corners again. Shea Langoliers now. He slaps over to first. That's going to end the inning. But the Athletics offense keeping up. Staying with them top three. Noda gets a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Rooker, who we saw strikeouts in the second. Had a big 3-run bomb in the series against Chicago, but he's going to strike out here again. That's the first out of the inning. Here comes Tyler Soderstrom, another guy who had a 3-run blast in that first game against the Cubs. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and he's going to get chasing a changeup, but hit it very well to left. That's a good piece of hitting, despite it being out. So 2 down now for the Athletics. Ruiz up next. He's also 1 for 1 today, and there's going to be a wild pitch. Runner's going to move up to second. That's a big deal because that puts a runner in scoring position off the wild pitch for Ruiz, who's our best clutch hitter. So he steps up to the plate now with the runner in scoring position, and the next pitch he singles into center field. Runner is going to be waved around, and the wild pitch is costly because Ruiz makes it a 4-0 lead now for the Elephants. He's on first for Gio Urshela, who slaps this one back to the mound. Nelson will block it. That'll end the third. The Athletics tack on another. Bottom 3 now. Waldichuk's been good up to this point until Emmanuel Rivera steps to the plate, and he goes shopping gap. Rivera, who did not play a single game in the majors last year, spent the entire year in the minors, being trusted with a job at third base, even after acquiring Yohan Moncada in the spring, and well, he's delivering. Moreno up next, singles up the middle. Rivera's going to be waved home. There will not be a throw, and the Diamondbacks have their first run. Still nobody out here in the third off the bat of the 2-time Gold Glover. Now they get to the top of the lineup. McCarthy chops over to Noda, and this will not be a double play. McCarthy's speed makes it a fielder's choice. So only 1 down for Perdomo, who grounds this one over to Davidson. He's not even going to try to get the runner at second. That's probably the smart play. Take the sure out at first, but now you got Juan Soto with a runner in scoring position, and Soto gets a fastball but pops it up. Waldichuk might have dodged a bullet there, but he only gives up 1 in the third. Bottom 5, he's still on the mound, as here's Christian Walker leading off for the Snakes, and he will put this one into left field for a leadoff single. Rivera back up with a dish, and he's going to also slap a single. 2 for 2 day for the third baseman, as just like that, 2 on now for the Diamondbacks, and the tying runs at the plate. Gabriel Moreno got a single in his first at-bat. He's going to do it again here. That's 3 straight singles for Arizona. Bases are loaded, nobody outs, and it's the top of the lineup. Jake McCarthy, 3-1, and he looks at ball 4. In that at-bats, there were 3 for sure strikes that all got called balls. Unfortunate for Waldichuk, because now our runner is going to be walked in, and then another full count pitch, close call, is called another ball 4. So Waldichuk walks in 2, however, they should have been strikeouts. And now Juan Soto's up, and that's going to go over the head of Rooker. Things have turned disastrous here in the 5th. The Diamondbacks have the lead off the bat of the AL MVP. It's 5-4 for the home team. Still nobody out, mind you, and it's going to stay that way. Carroll now into left, 6-4 Arizona. Waldichuk is having a meltdown on the mound. How about Marte? Still won't be out. Singles into right. Bases loaded again. Still nobody down. And at that point, you got to pull Waldichuk. Kotsay makes the walk to the mound. And they'll bring in Zach Jackson to try to just put some sort of Band-Aid on what is an open wound here in the bottom of the 5th. As the first batter he faces will be Gurriel, and he'll at least get an out, but this one should be deep enough. Rooker's going to give it his best effort. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm, but it's not going to be able to stop the tie or the run across. 7-4 now as Christian Walker then gets popped up. Carroll's on third. He's an absolute speed demon, but he won't test the arm of Rooker, so a nice play there. Keeps it, runners on the corners as Rivera up next. Hits this one deep to right. Rooker, who's been very busy, is going to make the grab, but the Diamondbacks get 6 in the 5th. A crooked number, our Achilles heel. Ryan Thompson will then come in and take the 6th as he will face Ruiz to begin, and he will chop this one over to short. And Ruiz will be thrown out at first. However, Close play, I think we saw with our eyes. He was actually safe, so Kotsay will win the challenge. So Ruiz will step back on first, but he's not even going to be satisfied with one base. He goes and swipes second. Third stolen base of the season for Ruiz, so we got a runner in scoring position now for Urshela, and he's going to deliver again. Single into right field, another RBI for Gio, and it's 7-5. Don't count the Athletics out just yet. If you were talking last week, I would have thought this offense is dead in the water. But they've showed up to play in this week, as now Brown's going to go into the gap, rolls all the way to the wall. Nice play by the right fielder to get to it. Will stop the runners on scoring position. Nobody scores. But now you got 2 on. Nobody out for Logan Davidson, who crushes one. Deep center field and out of here. Logan Davidson with a 3-run shot gives the Athletics the lead. Davidson had an abysmal start to the season, but he got sent down to AAA for a series in last week. He hit well that series and has continued into the majors. He's looked like a different person since being called back up, and he's got the Athletics lead off his 3rd career home run. That will do it for Thompson. Miguel Castro now comes in relief for the Diamondbacks, trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. Keep in mind, there's still nobody out until Zach Giloff grounds out for out number 1. Langalier's up next. First pitch. He slaps this one over to first. Nice glove by Walker. That's why he's the reigning 3-time Gold Glover. Ryan Oda then goes down on a sinker, but the Athletics take the lead here in the 6th. We'll go bottom 6 now. Jackson still on the mound here as Gabriel Moreno will be retired for the first time. A deep fly out. Jake McCarthy up next. First pitch, and he's going to hit this one to left center, and that is trouble because McCarthy has some wheels. Ruiz is fast. He's going to get to it, but even that's not fast enough. McCarthy's going to go all the way to third on a 1-out triple on the short side of the field. That is his 2nd triple of the season. Puts him 90 feet away for Perdomo, who all he has to do is basically put the ball in play, and he ties it up, and he actually gets an infield single. So we're back to square 1-8 apiece, and here's Juan Soto. Pitch in the dirt. Perdomo will actually go and take second. He will be successful. So now you got a runner in scoring position for Soto. Do you even want to pitch to him? Jackson will, 2-2. He chops it in front of the plate. He'll get to it himself, and he'll make the play. So nice job there. You just got to retire one more. It's Corbin Carroll, and it won't happen. Single into left. The Diamondbacks retake the lead. 9-8 here, as the offenses have just come alive for both teams, unfortunately. Ketel Marte will then pop up into left, which will be caught, but that'll end the 6th, and the Diamondbacks are back out in front. 7th inning will go to Scott McGough, who has yet to give up an earned run in 4 2/3 so far this season. His first batter is Brent Rooker, and he'll strike out again. Apparently he offered at the slider. That's out number 1. Tyler Soderstrom now 3-1 to him, and he pops up a splitter. Might have just missed that by mere millimeters on the bat. We could have a tie game if he hits that a little bit higher. Ruiz up next will then ground out to short, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Scott McGough, but what could have been there? Martin will then come in and relief, the former Boston Red Sox reliever, who has not been good this season, but he at least gets the 7th inning. 6-7-8ers up next, and he gets Gurriel Jr. to strike out swinging. Nice pitch there. Walker up next. He chops this one up the middle, and it gets through. So a 1-out single for the first baseman. That'll bring up Rivera, who's had a great game so far. Full count to him, and he looks at ball 4. Another close call goes away of the D-backs. Kotsay not very happy in the dugout. Fortunately, though, it will not matter as Moreno flips it over to Geloff, who goes behind the back to start a double play. Nice flash of the leather there. And then we'll go to top 8, where the former Angel Carlos Estevez will come in and relieve. He's only made 1 inning of work this year, and it was a good one. Gio Urshela leads off here in the top of the 8th, and he'll pop this one up into foul territory, where it will be caught for the first out. Seth Brown up next, 0-1 to him, and he's going to get just out in front of a changeup, grounded over to Marte. That's a quick 2 down now for Logan Davidson, who's a perfect 3 for 3 today, but it's not going to stay that way. Nice inside slider gets him. 1-2-3 inning for Estevez. Joe Barlow will get the bottom of the 8th. He inherits 1 on with 1 out, and he will face Corbin Carroll up next, who lines this one over to left field, and he'll get through the inning, which will take us into the 9th, where Kevin Ginkel will come in relief for the Diamondbacks. A perfect 7 for 7, currently leading the National League in save opportunities and actual saves. Trying to make it a perfect 8 for 8 as he gets Gill off the swing through a fastball. He is not happy with himself. He had a nice timing on that one. He just didn't make contact. Langlier's up next. Will ground this over to Marte, who can't make the play, so the tying run is on first base for the heart of the lineup and our best hitter. Ryan Noda now, full count pitch, and he looks at ball 4. So Ginkel puts another one on. That brings up Brent Rooker, who's hitless on the day. He also has a full count here. Pitch is low, and we got bases loaded, 1 out. Tying run just 90 feet away. Robbie Martin will pinch run for Rooker to get some more speed on the base pass. And it's Tyler Soderstrom. He's been one of our best hitters this past week, but he swings through a high fastball. That's out number 2. Now we need the ball put in play, but it's our best clutch hitter, the guy we want. Ruiz steps up. It's a 1-2 count. He just needs to get a base hit, and he grounds it over to third, over to second, and that will end this game. The Diamondbacks hold on and take game 1 by a final score of 9-8, improving their winning streak to 11 games, and what was a tough loss for the Athletics because it's going to be hard to beat this Diamondback squad, and that was our best opportunity, I feel like, and we blew it. Again, the crooked number in the 5th, the 6-run inning, all without a single out being recorded for the first 5. Just a disaster there in the 6th inning proves to be our downfall. Overall, the hitting, again, phenomenal. The offense has been great this episode. We just blew it in the pitching department. We then lose the second game 3-1, where Tyler Soderstrom was our whole offense. He goes yard again. That's the 4th home run this week for Soderstrom. But we do win game 3, so we snap the Diamondbacks win streak at 12 games. We do take 1 of 3, 7-5 in 10 innings, as we have 2 in the 10th. And we improved to 7-15 to end the episode. Overall, I'm happy with how it went down. But we've reached our first day off, so we're going to get our first look at the minors this year. AAA Las Vegas and AA Midland. Both teams not playing overly that impressive as a team, but I do want to look at our prospects. I am excited because the farm system is getting better, and we'll take a look at it next episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm still having a lot of fun playing this game, and I want to bring more episodes to you guys. So if you enjoy, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.